there with that. So, Warriors, big time win without Jimmy Butler. Steph goes for 36. Yeah, I mean it's one of those games where it felt like in the first quarter and really second quarter, right? Rockets are able to get out to like a 10. I think that at one point it's like a 13-point lead. I think it's 45-32. I thought Post got a couple big rebounds. I think Steph had just scored a layup. And then they come back down. Rockets miss the other end. Warriors come down. I think Pods missed, maybe his buddy. And Post gets a rebound, gets it back out to Steph. Steph hits a three. I thought that was a huge place in the game, right? One, the layup, and then the three, just to stay connected. There was another big Post rebound. I think it's either late second, early third, where he gets it back to Buddy Hield, who hits a three. Again, just to stay connected. I thought the difference today, I talked about it in a video last week or a few days ago, I should say, where, we're talking off the ball stuff where Steph is being grabbed, and I get it. It's playoff basketball. You want to be physical, but there's a difference between physicality and just a foul. And I felt like, in my video, what I discussed is, hey, like they're essentially bear hugging Steph and not allowing him to kind of move. You didn't see that as much today. The difference too is that Steph brought the ball up a lot, and that changed the point of attack for the Rockets. A couple times, Steph just got the switch. Where he gets Jabari Smith on skates, where he just an amazing, tween, goes left, pull back, hits the midi. Jabari's not even close there on the play. There's another one where he gets Dylan Brooks one-on-one, not where he again tween just pulls up right in his eyes. And then obviously kind of the big dagger where he jab step and just pulls up in front of it. Felt like 2015, 2016 stuff, right? But the big difference there, again, changing the point of attack. Great job by Steve Kerr there in terms of like, all right, Steph's going to bring the ball up. If they're going to double him, or if we're gonna get the pick with like Gary Payton early, then we're going to then slip that. And Gary Payton did a great job slipping in a couple times, getting the ball, scoring layups. I thought that sequence, he hits two layups, then hits a three in the corner after Steph takes Jalen Green off the bounce. I think it's Jabari, or maybe it's I think it's Jabari Jabari Smith that kind of doubles there off of the corner. They're essentially going to be like, hey, if Gary Payton's going to hit threes and beat us, so be it. Doubles there. Steph makes kind of this, like, he jumps and winds, throws this crazy pass out to Gary Payton. Gary Payton knocks down the three. I thought that was the biggest shot of the game, personally. Obviously, the Steph one at the top of the key is big, but that one, I think at that point, their Warriors went up 9. And yeah, I thought they did a great job of just trying to change how the Rockets were going to defend. And defend Steph, and obviously without Jimmy Butler in. I think we got to give a little credit to Kuminga. There's definitely some plays where you're like, this is why he doesn't play all the time, right? The play where he starts pump faking in the I think he's got Van Vliet on him, and he's just like pump faking over and over and over, and then he ends up losing the ball. But then a couple times he had Van Vliet was guarding him, right, and goes left, spins back right, scores it, got out once in transition. But I thought just tried to make, there's times where there's just still some times where with Kuminga, he's driving or not understanding when and how to drive sometimes. I'll cut this one up. There's one play where, like, truly he's got the ball right side of the floor. It's kind of it's not a designed ISO, but essentially he's got the whole right side to play with. He's almost on the right wing with no one else over there, no one on the block, no one in the corner, and he decides to drive left. You're like, why are you driving left? When there's so many things afforded to him. He could have gone right, he could have set it up left and crossed back over right. He goes with a high crossover too, and then it's ends up just taking a kind of a rushed attempt just because of the bad cross there. And just little things like that where he still just feels like there's there's just novice understanding of spacing and when to go and how to go there. But overall, man, I mean, huge win by the Warriors. Buddy was big. I know the viral video of Jimmy after Steven Adams picks his pocket and Jimmy's telling him like not to dribble, but Buddy was great. And really came in, like I think 5-minute mark, 6-minute mark in the first red comes in and really was aggressive. I thought at that time played good defense as well. Obviously Moody didn't start, but I thought he played really well when he was in there. Hustled, got some rebounds. Pods played well. And then I think we got to say it, man. Draymond was unbelievable defensively in the second half. A couple blocks on Jalen Green at the basket. They're playing this where they're gonna sag off of Sengun, and I thought he got some just lucky bounces. He banked in one late in the fourth quarter. I think the Warriors are going to live with that, and Draymond's doing a good enough job when he does try to really get him on his back and post him in the paint of making